I guess it all started out with the rainy days. They all became so depressing, and I didn't get it until now. I had no idea until now. Hi guys, my name is Joey Kidney, and I hate disclaimers like this. I hate it when YouTubers are like, oh my god, I tried to film this video so many times. I've never had a video like that until this one. I've always wanted to sit down and talk about it, but I was scared that, I wasn't going to say the right thing. I wasn't going to say everything I wanted to say, and I was just terrified. So I let little things stand in the way of that, like, oh, if my hair didn't look good, oh, if I wasn't wearing the right thing, if I didn't have the right idea. And it's time to just let go of all that and just explain. By any means, I'm not trying to make this a sad video. It's just obviously a subject that can be touchy for some, especially myself. So this is what it sounds like. And my eyes get itchy when I'm anxious, so if my eyes are red, and just enough disclaimers. Let's just go. Let's just say it. When I was 16 years old, I had a lot of injuries from hockey. I broke my leg, my arm, and I received 5 concussions. From those 5 concussions, I had to stay indoors for 121 days. When I was 16 years old, I went to a therapist and a doctor, and every freaking person you can imagine. And I got diagnosed with depression and anxiety. Now if you're being like, oh, we didn't say the right terms, I don't care. That's what I call it. And I also got diagnosed with ADHD. And that's not the point of this video, but it helps. I didn't understand it. I didn't understand what any of that meant. I didn't know what anxiety was. I didn't know what depression was. When they told me I had it, I said sure, because everybody gets sad sometimes. Okay, everybody has depression. And I didn't think, and I didn't know. And then I started finding out that on the rainy days, I was getting sad. And then I found out that random times, there was trigger words where I would get sad. There was these little things that would bug me, and then it would trigger depression. And then certain things would trigger anxiety. And when people didn't like that I had ADHD, it would trigger my anxiety, and then my depression would come in. And it was just terrifying. It was terrifying. Now, everything like that is in the past, so I don't really want to focus on that right now. Fast forward until now. I recently lost somebody that I love very much, and I still love them, but and they're not dead. They're just not here anymore. And it's been hard. It's been really tough. It's been hard. And I found myself simply just getting up to shower away the hurt rather than showering to get ready for the day. I felt like a shower would clean everything. And then I found myself sitting at my desk thinking I'm gonna do work when I'm just sitting there overthinking. And then I thought maybe making coffee every day would be the magical liquid that would just make me happier. None of those worked. And it took me until now to realize that. So to better understand myself and what I was going through, throughout the week, I decided to kind of tally everything down and write everything down about what was happening. The first thing I noticed that it started out with simply just going out to hang out with friends. But I would walk in, and if the music wasn't anything that I liked, it could trigger it. And it would just immediately make me sad and make me hate the night. And it's not that, oh, somebody's playing the wrong song. It's no one's fault. It's just the littlest thing about playing music could trigger something. It's like a smell could trigger something. But a music, a song that I didn't sit well with, that triggered it for me. And then it came to needing somebody, but absolutely nobody is texting you back. You would send them a quick text, and they would respond, and you'd get all excited, but next thing you know, it would never work out. No matter what expectations I gave myself, it wasn't my friend's fault. It was me hyping it up in my head and thinking that it was going to be a lot better than what it was. And then I noticed I was just being overwhelmed with work, with my parents, with my friends, and everything just decided to pile on. And when I get 1 text, 2 texts, 3 texts in a row, and I'm doing work, and then I have my manager asking me to do something else, and somebody else asking me to do something else, I get stressed and I freak out.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm good. Things are crazy. I gotta go!
And I can't handle it. And It's funny to me because I don't know what to do. One of the biggest things I think everybody kind of experiences with this is your sleeping schedule. It kind of, it disappears. You don't have one. There's no such thing as one. Everybody always asks me, how do you stay up so late and wake up so early? I don't really have a choice. So for the past however many years of my life, the only way I could fall asleep is if I slept. And if I stressed myself out so much that I would kind of go in this like panic attack and I would fall asleep. And it's not healthy. And anyone who has ever slept in my bed with me, whether it's a friend, whether it's anybody, they always complain because I move around too much. It's not necessarily the easiest thing to explain. And then it kind of came down to all one thing, where you texted your friend saying you need them and they're not there. I had this really bad night and I was texting my friend and I called him and I was calling him. I called him like 5 times and he was out with friends. And it's not that he didn't want to be there, and it's not that your friends aren't there for you. It's not that they're not caring for you. It's not that they're not always going to be emotionally there for you. But physically, you know, they're busy sometimes. And that's the biggest thing. That's also the hardest to understand, is that when we text saying we need somebody and they're not there, we break down. And it's not that they don't love us. It's just sometimes they're busy. In the moment where you're going through your own thing and your head's blowing up, you don't think about that. Why would you think about that? The first thing you think about is, wow, I'm annoying. I don't belong. And I was calling my friend and he wasn't answering, and I texted him saying, I need you. And once he got that call, he came over right away. Even though he was late, he still came over. And he walked in and I was in the bathroom and I was on the phone with the therapist.
Yo.
Yo.
Yo. Who's that?
Hey, it's just Joanne.
Who is she?
She's my therapist I've been talking to recently. Just give me 1 second, okay?
Okay, I'll be back in a little bit.
Yeah. So there it is. For the past week, I was tallying and writing down all of these things till now. And I can tell you, I'm still dealing with my own things, and I still have those hard days. They're not gonna just go away. You cannot beat it, but you can learn to live with it. You can learn to understand it. What you're dealing with, you can learn to befriend it to a certain extent. I'm not on any medication for depression, anxiety, ADHD. I am off all medication. I take my daily vitamins, that's about it. If in my head and in my body, it's telling me, hey, we're freaking out right now. Hey, we need to slow down. I think I should listen to it. And I have been, and I'm starting to understand it all. But I still need some help every now and then. I wouldn't make this whole entire video if I didn't have a suggestion to help you guys. So lately, I've been using this mental health program called BetterHelp. And it's a place where you can get your own personal therapist, and it's one-on-one counseling. It could be text, it could be a phone call, it could be a video call, whatever you want. One-on-one. It's LGBTQ plus friendly. It takes into consideration for religion. There is a counselor for every single person. Chat, real-time texting, calling, video, or you can just message them every single day or every week or whatever it is you want to do. There's a lot of people who say, yeah, but you don't get that in-person contact. But people with social anxiety, this is perfect because you can talk through the phone that you're on every single day and you can get help. And I think one of the biggest parts about the entire thing, going to a regular therapist costs you $130 every time you sit down with them. $130 to help you. I don't think that's right. BetterHelp will cost you $35 to $65 per week. And I'm not just making this post for any reason. You know me. I'm making this post because it's what I use. It's what helps me get through my week. And it helps me better understand what's going on in my head. But I also have a coupon code, so if you go sign up down below, there's a link there. It can get you some money off. And also I'm going to be giving away 3 weekly sessions to some people who can't afford it. And I just want the best help for you guys. And if it's what's helping me, I think maybe it can help some of you too. When I was 16 years old and I was going through my things and I was depressed and I didn't understand it and I just needed that person to be there, I fucking wish that there was somebody behind a camera on YouTube that I watched every single day telling me that I could go and talk to somebody. I could get better help. And hopefully this can be that video for you. So I think the last thing to say is stay you, stay beautiful, and whatever you're dealing with, it's okay. It's okay to be happy. It's okay to just be okay. You'll be okay. Just try to learn and understand it rather than just get rid of it. Trust me. Okay. I'll see you guys later.